And I missed almost my intro. Hello guys, we're Heflatv. I'm Heflatv, with me is Coucher. I'm starting really late because I was talking to my viewers. Here we go. First Departure lost the first game, even though I thought in the draft the entire setup they choose was kinda equal, but the Spectre being online with the Radiance relatively fast, it was 24 minutes in or 23 minutes in. And on the other side, First Departure not having a mech, the Morphling having a really late shotgun because he went like a little detour for the Lincolns because he was afraid of all the ganks coming out by, for example, the Invoker. And all in all, I think even First Departure, if they had more time, it wouldn't have worked out. So Mith wins convincingly and also well deserved. They just played better. But since it's a 2-game series, First Departure can redeem themselves. We saw some nice plays coming out. For example, the snatch on the Aegis. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on it. But, as I said, game 2. Everything starts new. And let's go in it.
Yeah, First Departure banning out 2 heroes that Mith had in the last game. So don't want to go up against that annoyance. Whereas Mith they go for a Lycan and Batrider ban. So all standard so far. But First Departure, do they pick up now like something like a Nyx Assassin, Visage, Naga Siren even maybe, or the Ember?
Yep, I mean, I can only repeat it. I got a list of 6 heroes that have to be banned or picked, and so far they go for all the heroes that are on it. Invoker, AA, Lycan, Batrider, and the only thing that is fluctuating at the moment is like the Furion versus Batrider. Like, depending on which scene we cast, like this is Southeast Asian, but like in a European scene we saw the Furion being picked over the Batrider, for example. But yeah, what is missing? The Nyx is still in there. And yeah, the Ember would be still in there, but as I said, Southeast Asian Dota, they don't like the Ember for some reason. I don't know why. Yesterday, Cloud9, we saw the Ember being picked twice by Sing Sing, and the Chains build, it did so incredible damage. Slider Fist and 4 points Chains, and he hit it all the time. All the heroes were like at 50% before everything started. It was just incredible to watch how dominating he was on that Amber Spirit. But the first picks happened, and we have a Centaur War on it this time on First Departure side as a first pick, which is interesting, and a Rasta on Mith's side, also a first pick. Usually not first pick material, but they go for it.
Yeah, usually definitely don't see it picked as first, but I guess Mith were either expecting First Departure to pick up the Shadow Shaman as a second pick, or definitely as a ban for the next 2. So they just wanted to make sure to have that hero. It had great success in the first game for them, and now the Nyx Assassin also coming out.
Yeah. So Nyx, Rasta, at least we have one initiation, and for Mith, the Serpent Wards, they worked out quite well. I think we only had 1 or 2 sets of Serpent Wards that got farmed up by the enemy, which is like a free 360 gold. But like all the other wards, they were either used for Roshan or for the towers, and each and every time they got the tower, even though I think the First Departure got 2 tower denies, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't matter, like the pushing power was there, the cooldown was used effectively, and yeah, so I like the Shadow Shaman play on Mithra's side. Not to mention even, they got 3 kills on the Storm Spirit early game. The Storm lost his mid versus the Invoker there because of the rotation of the Shadow Shaman. So very nice plays coming out there, and they want to repeat it.
Yeah, I mean, why change something that isn't broken, I guess? And like, they definitely have the momentum now to carry into the second game, but we see the Mirana, it's Moonlight Shadow can be super annoying there for sure. So not too bad of a pickup, but I think maybe like something like a Visage that does get banned out by Mith now would have been stronger.
Yeah, the Visage, like I actually have to say, I'm really disappointed that we don't see Visage that much in the Southeast Asian scene here. I think the last 3 games we casted, we saw like 2 Visages in like 6 games. That's not much. They focus on so many other heroes at the moment. But then again, it's also kind of refreshing because casting all the time European scene, and there the Visage is like one of the heroes that come mostly out at the second or the third pick, and therefore, yeah, maybe it's refreshing. And we see Storm TA being banned out by First Departure, so they focus on mid bans, while Mith is still, I don't know, they want to go against the initiation, against the familiars, and of course against the push of Lycan. But I'm curious what they go for as their fourth ban now.
Yeah, got no idea what they want to target. I mean, banning out the visit, so maybe they're guessing another support is about to come out. The strongest at the moment are probably the Venomancer. Maybe the Rubik has some decent enough spells to steal from the two supports of Mith already. Or the Crystal Maiden might be possible, although I don't see that one picked up really for first departure at the moment.
But they take their time. Look, even for the ban, they take the bonus time, which means they really consider what first departure like want to go for, and they want to make sure it's in the ban list. It's a
Oh,
puck.
they go for the puck. I thought they might go for a Naga Siren ban maybe, but so that's the puck for sure. And Myth Trust, do they pick up something that is really susceptible to a silence now? I'm not too sure. It like Ember Spirit could be possible. But then again, Naga getting silenced up wouldn't be too good either. I really can't tell where Myth Trust is going with this lineup with the first two picks that they have.
Yep. And the next pick is about to come, and now that they took their time with the ban, I'm curious what they go for as the third pick here. Is this already a mid pick? Because I mean, they wanted to get rid of the puck, which makes sure that there's nothing in the mid that can actually counter them. Oh, it's IO. That is interesting.
Okay then.
Yeah, like okay then. Like the IO pick before you have the oh my god. It's a Amber Spirit. First time Amber Spirit in all the games I casted so far in Southeast Asia. So I like it. Hashtag excited.
Yeah, first departure. They have so many cores already, given that the Mirana will be a farming Mirana. It's not too sure, but Myth Trust. Oh god, they go for the IO Chaos Knight
Nice.
combination. That is something I haven't seen for like a year almost.
Like we saw actually a IO who was manning up in Russian Dota, synergizing with pretty much everything. Then we saw an IO with a tiny played by oh god, I can't remember. It was a European team.
Yeah,
But
can't
yeah,
remember either.
and
so
this time
much
we
casting.
actually see a IO with the Chaos Knight, which is very traditional, and I like it. And the Disruptor is coming out for first departure, a solid support pick for sure.
I think it's pretty brilliant because if IO relocates in, Disruptor just glimpses either IO or the target he comes with, so most likely the Chaos Knight, back to where he came from. And if the Chaos Knight isn't there, the IO is just so easy to pick him off in the 12 seconds that relocate lasts.
Yeah, it's really sad for the IO. Like you relocate in somewhere, you expect to get an easy kill. Disruptor comes along, sends your carry somewhere, and you're just beep beep. Oh my god, I'm in trouble. Beep.
And
And
not
you're
only
dead.
that, I mean, you can see the relocate coming in if they don't place it correctly. So the Disruptor can start with a kinetic field static storm on the spot where they actually come in. And like, it's really nicely done by first departure, that Disruptor pick, and the center war runner to follow up all of that. I mean, if they spot the relocate out, then Myth Trust has to be really careful with what they're doing.
Yep, definitely. And the last bans came out. It was a decay on first departure side, which I didn't see coming, to be honest, from Myth Trust. But then again, having some tanky element in the setup would have been not too bad. And they ban out the Naga on Myth's side, which is a solid ban as usual, because just because of the Naga song, you can single out a BKB target, you can use it for initiation or a disengage out of the fight. So that's pretty decent. And Myth Trust picking a Tinker. I like it.
Whoa. Myth Trust definitely going for something unconventional nowadays. And the Tinker sure gives them a lot of burst damage, plus the global presence with the IO relocates anyway. So it's a pretty decent finish to the lineup, I think. But Myth Trust,
They go for a
They-
Lich. That's interesting.
yeah, I mean, Frost or the Ice Armor rather, pretty nice against the Chaos Knight, I guess.
Yep. Well, I
Uh,
like it for the fact that it provides some armor, and the Ember Spirit starting with so low armor. It also makes the Centaur even more tanky. So Yeah. Anyway, we go for a fast introduction. We have KS this time on the Ember Spirit. Scripted is picking up the Lich. Caffeine we saw on Morphling last game is now having the Mirana, so this is going to be a farmer Mirana. Luby is playing the Disruptor and heading at the moment to the offlane again is Dafa. And by the way, viewers, I asked the team, like Dafa is in the current roster, so this is not a stand-in whatsoever. Like, as I said, the JDL roster was not updated, so we weren't sure is this stand-in, is this new player. It is a player, so this is their current 5-man roster, no stand-ins.
Yeah, and for the Radiant side, for Mith Trust, TNK taking up the IO, Lakels playing the carry once again on the Chaos Knight, with the third hero for the tri-lane being Boombell on the Shadow Shaman once again. Mid lane, Abba on the Tinker, and off lane will be KYT on the Nyx Assassin. And they're gonna find Dafa maybe. Will there be a slow? The Reality Rift was already used, unfortunately, without the Tether slow to come in.
Oh, I don't know, maybe a stun would have been better here, so the Rasta can actually catch up and the Tether is slowing him.
The Reality Rift would have been fine if IO had used the Tether at the same time that Reality Rift came out. And oh, they get the Sentry. But won't the Sentry actually block it itself?
I'm actually, no, I don't think so. It's slightly outside the camp, but I'm not sure. But either way, the D-ward comes out 50 gold for the Wisp. And we see another Observer ward being put out, which is possibly getting D-warded as well, depending on where Lubby puts his sentry. So they might actually lose both of the starter observers here. I mean, one of the starter observers here in the tri-lane, which is not a tri-lane. They actually go for a dual lane. This is at the moment looking... Yep, Lich, Centaur, and a Disruptor, Mirana, dual lane. So, first departure, they drop the idea of a tri-lane, they go into dual lane strategy.
Yeah, the Lich Centaur dual lane I think can be really strong. It will let the Chaos Knight just farm that much less and increases the survivability of the Centaur by quite a lot, so I think it's a pretty decent idea to go for the dual lane. It would have been better than to actually have the Lich on their own trial, and the Lich wouldn't have been able to do too much maybe, although the lane control would have been perfect so that KYT wouldn't have gotten almost anything on the Nyx.
Yep, and at the moment actually the Centaur Warrunner is able to pick up some stuff simply for the reason that, yep, the both supports are busy to stack the jungle and do the double pull, so there's quite some creep wave deny coming out for Myth, but then again, I mean the Centaur Warrunner is rotating. He's getting XP now. He's level 2 now. But he has to be careful though with the two supports, the Tether. Oh, and the CK actually going for the Lich.
Yeah, actually 1 second stun only, unfortunately. Of course it was the minimum 1 second difference, and Lich, that base movement speed, even though it is still 10 slower than the Chaos Knight, he was able to run away.
Nyx being in trouble, being harassed out of the lane, but he got 3 tangos, 1 Shad, 2 by himself, so, and the Disruptor being, well, he has 2 clarities, but he's being out of mana at the moment, so the harass with the Thunderstrike at the moment not too effective. And in mid it looks kinda equal. We have a 7-4 on the Tinker and a 7-3 on the Ember, and Ember gets the rune control at the moment.
Yeah, and looks like Ember is also going for the maxed out Flame Guard build. At least for the time being, has 2 points in it. I guess just to deal with the possible lasers as well as heat-seeking missiles coming out from the Tinker. Don't really fault him for going for that decision.
The Tinker is going anyway. He's going 2 points in laser and the rest will be March of the Machine. So we're gonna see like March of the Machine rush on the Tinker, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Disruptor with his low base damage, actually not quite able to right-click the Nyx out of the lane here. So I don't know, Mirana still finding the farm, 11 and 5. That's better at the moment than the CK on the bottom lane.
Yeah, the CK has actually, I would have thought he would have more. Sure, the Lich is denying a creep like every second creep wave almost, but still, like 8 last hits. He's on 9 now, but he's missing on them as well as just them getting denied by the Lich. It's really nice for first departure. The Chaos Knight won't come online as soon, won't get the BKB as fast.
Yep.
So that is always good.
And also, so far we haven't seen any rotation into mid, just like we saw at last game. There, the first blood came out pretty early, solo by the Invoker, and then 2 more times with the Rasta rotation. But so far, there's no rotations happening. We're almost 4 minutes into the game, and at the moment, both teams just interested in farming up. Barely any attempt to gank something. And the Center Warner, now again being able to actually grab some XP here.
This Shaman is doing such a nice job in actually stacking. It's a quadruple stack in the big camp now.
Oh, and Tinker was there a bit in trouble. He used the soaring, which brought him even more lower HP, but unfortunately...
The center is going for it. Dappa is chasing with the Ace Rune, but barely misses Abba there.
Yep, he has the haste rune, but yeah, just 1 point in double edge is also... he's still not sure where he is.
The nighttime vision, they're coming into play.
Yep. And Nyx now also doing quite a decent job. He gets even last hits on this camp here. And there's
Wow,
nothing
he's
they can
level
really do.
5 as well.
Yep.
Arrow completely misses, no kinetic field, even attempted. This Nyx is playing like a boss on the offlane. Isn't afraid of anything.
Yeah, he's 15 and 2 and level 5 for offliner in 5 minutes. That's a level per minute, and that's pretty decent for offline. I mean, compared to level 4 on the Center Warrunner, I guess he rotated a bit, so he lost some XP there. And well, but and the Lich is level 3 just by, you know, denying the creeps. That's also pretty decent.
Yeah, and at the moment, overall, just checking out the lanes, mid lane, farm-wise, really even. Both safe laners actually don't have too much of a difference either, as KS wants to go aggressive, but the Flame Guard thankfully avoids the laser damage.
Yep, the Flame Guard build, like, definitely going out here against the Tinker, so it was a wise choice, even though we saw the Chains build being so effective. If you go early in it, you might take a disadvantage on the lane, but as soon as you're like level 7, 8, the chain damage compared to the HP pool of the heroes at this, like, about the same level or lower level is just insane. It's like 50% of the HP pool.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage, and you can see Tinker now stacking up the jungle.
Yep, he's gonna be happy about this. Look at this. He's gonna get all the free camps farmed here. This is level 3 March of the Machines, and he gets even the mana and HP boost by...
Oh, actually,
but
there's the
Ember
first
goes
blood.
in and gets the IO. The IO was aiming to either deny or grab that double damage rune, but KS is saying, okay, I get the IO, 0 armor, no problem for me. But still, the Tinker finding all that farm. Like, all the camps are cleared except for... Actually, there's 1 creep survived. 1 creep in each camp survived. That's kinda unlucky actually, and also bad because... yeah, they have to refresh it. Now he's cleaning it up though with right clicks.
Yeah, it doesn't get as much gold. They are jungle creeps, they aren't the ancients, so not worth nearly as much. And it was actually only 1 cap stacked up fully, so he still needs like 2 or 3 more camps actually to get his BOTs. But they're leaving Shadow Shaman in the mid lane to farm up and get levels, while the Tinker's just farming in the jungle, so still a very worthwhile rotation in the end.
But Nyx is level 6, but the only problem is he is on the offlane, so whenever he's missing on that offlane, they know he's hunting, so they gotta go back. And now Lich is level 4, that means like the 2-3 build is starting to do quite some heavy damage. He has like pretty much endless mana and a lower cooldown with each and every level he gets, so he can harass that Death Knight. Like, what is it with me always saying Death Knight to everything that has Knight in its name? Like, Dragon Knight is a Death Knight for me, ZK is a Death Knight for me, I don't know why. It's, I'm retarded. Anyway.
Always a good reason. Oh, there's the glimpse on the Nyx Assassin. Starstorm as well, but he uses the Vendetta to escape, and will it turn it around? He doesn't have, actually he would have mana for Impale with the magic stick. But Vendetta Impale only wouldn't be able to get the kill on Disruptor.
Yeah, and it's level 1 Vendetta anyway, it's gonna run out pretty soon. But yeah, what I wanted to say is like the ZK, the Chaos Knight, not the Death Knight, has only 1 tango left, and if the Lich actually starts to harass him, but the Lich not quite offensive here against the ZK at the moment. He's just running around. He could, I don't know, put that Frost Blast each and every time into the ZK, and the ZK would be in trouble with it, but at the moment. They don't drag him out of lane.
Oh, Boombell in trouble. There's the Hex onto Ember Spirit, but the burn from Flame Guard. He gets shackled as well. He takes a lot of damage actually. Abba is there with the heat-seeking missiles later, but
The Flame Guard.
yeah.
Oh,
If he
man.
had gone for the max out heat-seeking missile laser build, it would have gotten
and
the
CK
kill.
going for descent.
Yeah, there is the Reality Rift. The stun not yet used. There's the Hoof Stomp. Will there be a stun by Chaos Knight? Yes, there is. It is a 4-second one as well. Getting the max roll, but the Centaur is just so tanky. They
Yep,
can't get the kill.
so tanky by default. It's really sad to see. I mean, we see 4 points coming out here in the Chaos Bolt, and he also gets the 4-second, which is the maximum stun you can get. But yep, on the wrong target. Maybe they should have went for the Lich, because the Lich would have died, I think. But yeah, just too far away.
Yeah, that Hoof Stomp really buying enough time there. And unfortunately, Shadow Shaman wasn't there because he, of course, died to KS in the mid lane. And this Ember Spirit
Oh, they go
is...
again here. Bottom.
They
Another
get the stun,
2
they say
seconds.
2-second one, but the Tether Slow is there, the laser coming in as well. Will they find Dafa? No, he TP's out.
He just TP's out. So it's 2-1. Myth gets on the kill board. So, and I think I'm gonna fill in crafts now, because viewers always say I don't show crafts enough. Like the XP at 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes in, it's going up and down, but for not any significant number, almost 0 for both. But well, there's a tendency at least to be seen for Myth. They go to 750 gold lead at the moment, which is, I guess, heavily the reason is the stacked camps. And they're stacking again, so the Tinker is gonna be really happy about this.
Yeah, they're doing a really nice job supporting the
Oh, and
Tinker,
they
but
wanna go
Onyx,
top.
yeah, there's the Vendetta hit, there's the Impale as well. Will there be a heat-seeking missile or anything? The laser gets the kill.
Yep, really nice setup there. And the Tinker even, I don't know, the Tinker even going for March of the Machines to before he casts the heat-seeking missile, or say the laser. That was interesting to see, but they get the kill either way. Mirana having no HP pool whatsoever. Vendetta Impale that already brought him down to 20%, and then yeah, they just finished him off.
Yeah, KS wanted to go top at the moment as well, but a nice observer ward by the Radiant, stopping that obviously. So the Chaos Knight actually will have his drums of endurance finished up rather soon, once they finish up farming up this jungle.
Yep, and now they actually go, the stacked camps now being farmed up by the
Oh,
CK.
mid lane Abba in big trouble. KS gets the kill. The Stampede used there as well.
Oh yeah, Illusion ruined the Flame Guard damage, and of course the Stampede. So, nice usage of the Stampede there, but we see the first tower push coming out with... Oh yeah, the arrow misses as well, but yeah, the Serpent Ward's doing damage to the tier 1. And the tier 1 will fall. They don't even attempt to deny it. I don't know why. They were in range. Mirana could have tried to deny this one, but yep. First tower going to Myth. Oh, the Mirana in trouble again.
Oh,
If the
God.
Rasta comes in and he gets the opening with the Impale, this is such a dead
They
Mirana.
need the Vendetta damage is there, but the Impale comes out too late.
This time he actually managed to leap away, so...
Yeah, he already had the right direction, was facing the right way, so... And of course reactions were better this time as well. That is the only problem with the Nyx Assassin when you initiate. You want the Vendetta damage for the extra burst, but that will allow them to leap away if they are fast enough.
Well, and interesting to see is that the Lich went for a 2-1-2 build, so he's already giving a lot of armor out. Like the level 1 is free armor, and of course the slowest consistent over all the levels. But Mirana, again.
They really want that. The Hex is there, will there be a shackle? No, he uses the other shock.
But yeah, and also the creep for the Tinker TP in just died, so... And the Moonlight Shadow used as well.
Oh, Ember Spirit gets the kill on the IO. They want more. Can they get more though? There's a level 3 glimpse if they only had vision of
What was
Laquelle.
the Aya doing there in the jungle? I thought she was with the... Okay, never mind that. So Nyx rotated now in here, but they're still free. And the Ember Spirit still having the haste run for quite a while.
Yeah, there was the sentry there as well, and Nyx Assassin spotted it out, but... Well, first departure getting the kills, Ember Spirit getting really big at the moment. And doing a lot of damage. The Searing Chain about to get maxed out rather soon as well. And will he go in? There he goes. They're gonna get Boom Belt. There's the Hex, the Static Storm as well. KYT can't really help with anything.
And they farm up these wards here, for sure. Yep, this is 360 gold going to first departure. A bit greedy there.
Bottom lane Dafa. The initiation comes out, but the Hoofstomp buying a lot of time. Abba comes in with a nice March of the Machines. They're going on to the Lich and they get the kill. Lakel's only down to half HP really.
Well, make that just 100 left there. With the heat-seeking missile now being... Yeah, level 3 heat-seeking missile. So the Tinker definitely also having a decent role here for Mith. He will get stronger as soon as this is level 4.
Yeah, this Tinker will probably...
Oh, the arrow barely misses on Abba there. That would have been a nice opening.
Yeah, and KS finds himself a double damage rune now, and he has a Mithril Hammer. Do you think it's gonna be a Desolator?
I don't know. Maybe it's a BKB. Maybe he just wants to go in on the BKB as a protection against the CK, the Nyx, and the Tinker. Because he can negate all the Tinker damage pretty much. Plus, he's not vulnerable to the CK stun. Maybe this is a BKB rush right away.
I don't know if I would really like a BKB rush on a Ember Spirit who maxed out the Flame Guard.
They want to go, but unfortunately Send not having the dagger yet, so there's no initiation coming out by him. There's like 3 players just waiting in the background, and the Send is supposed to bait, but Mith knows that. They know. And now the Nyx is coming to scout it out. Oh, and the Moonlight Shadow has been used, but there is a sentry ward spotting it out, but they're not going back.
If they find Io, this Io's gonna go down, but they're gonna go for the Chaos Knight. There's the chains coming out, the silence from the Static Storm, and Io tethers into the silence, and he will go down.
Oh, very nice. 2 for no trades.
Alpha uses the Stampede as well to just escape. Heat-seeking missiles are flying out, but don't fight
bad. That heat-seeking missile on the center might have been a kill, actually.
Yep.
And Lish finding now some experience and farm for himself there in mid. There's a new observer coming out. Oh, this one is actually running out, so they lose the vision on the runes pretty soon. And the Ember benefited from that vision all the time because he got most of the runes.
This Ember really is having a nice game. He's 6-0-1 on the kill score.
Yeah. But they push again, Myth again. That's what I like about the Rasta pickup. I already said it in the draft. Like so far, they used every single cooldown. It barely was off cooldown for the Rasta, and they go for the next waltz. And this is how I want to see it. Like I like this. I like to see such a play on the Rasta and of course on the Death Prophet, because those ultimates, they are so strong. You have to use them. You really have to use them. And so far, there was just one Rasta Master Open Walls that really went bad, where it was more likely a 360 gold feat. But all the other walls, they did significant damage. This is the second tier 1 down for first departure, and they didn't claim any single tower yet. And let's make this a craft. Yeah, first departure has now a 2k experience lead, and when it comes to gold, Myth is ahead. 2k. Oh, and they go bottom lane. They found the Centaur War now.
That was a really fast kill actually.
Yep, this was Rift into stun, and the Tinker like coming even on top of that, so there was no chance for the Centaur. Poor guy.
This Tinker is really pulling his own weight in this game. He's just hopping from lane to lane, being annoying with the heat-seeking missile, as well as of course the March of the Machines. That is one of the reasons that first departure can't really find an opening to push down towers, because the Tinker is always there. And Shadow Shaman is closing in on his own Blink Dagger as well. So it's looking decent enough at the moment for Myth Trust. But then again, this Ember Spirit farming, I'm afraid if he gets too much farm, just a sleight of fist is going to do so much damage to Myth already, especially the IO.
What I'm really disappointed with is like Mirana's farm. I mean, she died twice there, okay, but I mean, she's 3rd place in net worth at the moment, but what she bought is nothing that helps the team at the moment. I mean, a Perseverance, Aquila, and the Face Boots, this is hardly worth to mention, but when I talk about the Mirana, we see a Freeman smoke undetected by Myth coming out, and they actually might find someone. They find
Lakel's in big trouble. There's a Sentry Ward, Static Storm, Kinetic Field, even the Chain Frost just popped, but the relocate comes out.
This is rest
chaos.
In peace for the IO. Like there.
KYT comes in as well. Oh, but he runs into a Sentry Ward. He runs back out though. Nicely done. He
They
didn't
might miss
panic.
the IO here. Would he come back?
Yeah, they came back together with Lakel. They get the kill on the center, Disruptor on the run as well. Lovely might fall down, the arrow comes in, but it misses. KS, nicely done, Sleight of Fist with the Searing Chain.
What a
Still,
disaster for first departure. They thought
they're gonna go for more. Lich is in trouble. 3-second Chaos Bolt from Lakel. The Impale as well by KYT, who has a blink tag. They got KS with the stun as well. He's activating with the Fire Remnant. Will there be a laser? Yes, there will. Tinker grabs that kill as well.
Oh my god, what did we just see? We saw a 4-0 trade for Myth and the Shadow Shaman at the same time, using the wards in the mid, getting it. What a disaster! They were camping that Wisp and they thought the Wisp was coming back alone, but then a 3-man Impale of the Nyx. What a play! Jesus!
I really thought like, okay, this is over. I mean, they're gonna kill the Wisp, but suddenly,
Yeah.
Mith Trust just turn on a whole new gear and completely wipe out first departure.
Yeah, I mean the Nyx was already there, the CK was coming back, and the Tinker has the ability to come with it, so why not going for it? And Departure didn't expect it. They were like, oh nice, there's an IO kill, that's good for our goal and everything, but it got so badly turned around, like 4 people dead and a tower lost on top of that. So Myth turning the page here, getting to the next chapter. We are 20 minutes in, and right now that was looking so solid on Myth, and he goes again.
Disruptor, there's a relocate coming in, Impale hits as well, Mana Burn not even used yet. There's the Rise Drift, KS actually comes in, he might get the IO drops really low, but a 4-second KS for saving his life. Boombell even coming in with the Hex, nicely done. There's the long range shackle as well. Reality Drift is used, but the Moonlight Shadow saving them for the time being. The sentry just came out too late.
It's too bad. The Lich not having ultimate there, that ultimate would have made a difference.
Oh, Dafa comes in from the side as well. Ember Spirit grabs the kill on Boombell. Abba might go down if there is stun in time. No, it gets KYT with the hook and the double edge. And Ember Spirit even grabbing the kill in the end.
Well, he wants more. Look at this.
He's chasing Black Kills. Oh, almost got it with the
Didn't
Sleight
get
of
it.
Fist.
He didn't get it. But still, okay. A nice trade. A disruptor for Nyx and the Rasta, and no damage done to anything else at the same time. So, quite a battle trade there for first departure. But still, they have to recover from that disaster that happened in the Radiant jungle. I mean, you can see it at the wards what happened here. This was the biggest disaster for first departure in this game. That was such a massacre there, and Myth got back into the game there, or even ahead.
Yeah, looking at the graphs, you can see the XP spiking after that jungle fight. But now it's coming back down just a little bit after getting those 2 kills in the mid lane. So.
Yeah, but still, like, Myth's gold spiked to up to 7,500 with that disaster fight. So, Myth just better in farm at the moment. And the problem is that, like, the cause... Oh god, Mirana.
Oh, they're hunting once again. Yeah, there is the blink by KYT. Relocate coming in as well. He hits the Impale. Boombell is there with the Hex. And that's the 3-second KS ball. Getting the kill option. Boombell dropping really low. The Desolator finished on KS. He's sacrificing his own life. And KS now on the run. There comes the Stampede. They're going for the triple kill now. Can they get any in return? Alba gets a kill with a nice laser. But Ember Spirit fights back. Alba can keep you away in the Static Storm. So... a 3-for-3 and forcing out
and
a
Lovey
buyback.
brought the Tinker back, by the way, but oh, he's gonna get stunned.
Yeah, no.
Whoa! He makes it out. Wow, nice. So this is a 3-for-3 at the moment. One Ember again barely missing with his fist. He bought back as well. So this is a free this is a free trade, but Ember bought back. So small advantage there again for Myth. Just because the buyback gold going out on the Ember, and he's at the moment the only one with significant damage. You were right, by the way, he went for the Desolator. But, I don't know, the Mirana just not in the same game. Like, Perseverance, the ultimate orb now being up. She has no right click whatsoever. I haven't seen a single arrow this game. So the only good thing about the Mirana to mention this game is pretty much Moonlight Shadow. He used Moonlight Shadow and it led to 2 kills like 5 minutes ago. And yeah, other than that, I have not a single good word at the moment for Mirana. She has to get in this game. She has to get items, farm, right click, and has to be part of the fights. Hit that damn arrow.
And they're going for top lane once again. They're stunned onto the Lich. Abba coming in with a laser heat-seeking missile.
What an easy kill there. Oh, and actually, there's an observer ward and is this the sentry on top of here?
Yeah, it's a dire sentry ward. And this is just gonna get that freshly placed observer from Mith. But Lakels actually has his BKB finished now. There's a sheep stick up on the Tinker as well. They're just getting all the items that they need for the fights, and getting the sheep onto KS on the Ember Spirit is really important.
The Tinker might be in trouble
Oh
there.
yeah, he might get caught. The chains haven't come out yet. He's doing as much damage as possible, but the arrow comes in onto Abba, and finally he drops down.
There's the relocate, but they make it out. Yep, Moonlight Shadow is up. The Tinker actually bought back, and this is sort of bringing them back, because the Ember bought back last fight, but on top you see the Master Open Worlds coming out. Tinker bought back. Much of the machines is already running. It will kill the next wave, so there's a lot of damage coming on that tier 2. Yeah, this will even fall.
The rotations are coming in. The TP is there as well by the Ember Spirit. Will he chase them down? Boombell tries to TP out. Will there be change? Yes, there will.
Yeah, he got him. But still, it's a tower for a Shadow Shaman. So, sort of worth it, I guess. And yet, the water I was talking about got finally de-watered. That was just too funny. Like, Observer directly placed on a sentry.
Yeah, it's really like... From all the possible places that you could have placed the Observer Ward, it was exactly on top of the sentry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the Ember Spirit is gonna be really happy about it. This was the illusion rune coming up there. So the Ember is really what keeps First Departure at the moment in the game, and I like it, but it gives them time that the Mirana gets online, but oh, they want to go for
Oh,
him.
there's the Impale. Will there be a relocate? Abba comes in with the sheep stick, with the laser as well, but the Stampede used to get him away. Will there be a reality rift? No, there's the
We'll get
activate
the Lich.
by Ronan. They're gonna get the Lich, yeah. Another heat-seeking missile. Abba really wanted to get that kill.
Yeah, so Ember Spirit getting out, the Lich ping there. But the Lich ultimate so far also not having quite an impact. It is only level 1. And like last fight was really unfortunate because I think the CK used his ultimate and it got somehow disjointed because it hit exactly the second when the illusion split came up and there was no further jumps. Oh, they go for the IO.
Yeah, they might get it as well. Relocate on cooldown. There's nothing he can do. There's the static storm even used. Abba comes in, but he TPs into the kinetic field, but he gets sent back, he gets glimpsed. And Ayo still alive as well. What the hell is this? He's trying to TP away, but he will fall down finally to KS. But Abba comes back as well. Now KYT is there with the Impale. There's the reality rift, right click coming in. BKB activated. They're still not getting it finally. Chaos for 4 seconds. Now Shackle up onto the Mirana as well. Can they get the kill? Yes, there's the sheep from the Tinker. There should be an Impale by KYT. Nice hoof stomp by Tafa, buying time. But he gets stunned for 3 seconds himself. There's the Impale. He's going down.
I don't know.
Oh, the arrow right into Boomshell.
That was a nice blink directly jumping in that arrow, but still, I don't know, like absolutely overkill for IO. The IO surviving there for so long. And Static Storm used as well. Like the Master Open Worlds come out now. This is another tier 2. So after this tier 2, there's only one left in the mid, which is already down to like 80% HP. Mith is, I don't know, is on the hunt. Even when they get ganks up, they just turn it around. And First Departure, yeah, just nothing really coming out. And now the Mirana got a Linken's done. The safe lane Mirana got a 27 minutes Linken's. I don't know. It's just not working out. The Mirana pick just not working out. Caffeine not finding his farm. It's quite similar to the Morphling we saw last game, to be honest. Like the Morphling, it was a good idea, but like the shotgun came out so late. Because he also went for like a sidestep there. What was he building first? He was going for Linken's as well on the Morphling, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just not working out. He doesn't find the important items in time. That's the biggest problem. So First Departure at the moment just standing there.
Oh,
with the
they're
MMO.
gonna relocate up onto Tafa. Tafa is gonna go down on the center War Runner. I would think the BKB popped by Chaos Knight just to not get arrowed.
Yep. So they're fast out. That BKB actually gets quite often used at the moment. We look at a... Oh, it's actually the second used. So it's down to 8 seconds, but it will go down. That's the only hope maybe for First Departure, that like this is not a 10-second BKB anymore. But I don't know. As I said, the Mirana, I just don't see her dishing out enough damage to make this, I don't know, work.
Yeah, this really isn't looking too good for First Departure. They're not out of it yet because the Ember Spirit is a hero that can just turtle quite nicely with the Sleight of Fist and bring the heroes down low
Look
at
at
the
the
same
Goldcraft. Like we have a 5,000 in XP for Myth, and now we look at the 12 12k lead for Myth. I mean, everything. Look at this, guys. There's all 3 tier 1s are still standing for Myth, and yeah, just 1 tier 2 left for first departure. This is 12k gold advantage out of all these fights, just the better trades, and now I think this tier 2 is history as well. Must open walls are out.
Yeah, there's no glyph either to defend it, and doesn't look like they want to come in. It would be way too risky with the initiation from Mith coming
And
out.
they don't even get the deny. So this is the last outer tower gone for first departure. The gold advantage for Myth will even climb higher and higher, and they haven't even started to munch on one of the tier 1s of Myth. So, I mean, if they turn around a team fight, they could actually capitalize on it and get quite a lot of tier 1 towers. So they might spike in gold and suddenly find themselves getting the items, but...
Oh, there's the stun onto KS before the Flame Guard comes out, and he just gets bursted down.
Yeah.
Nice glimpse onto the Chaos Knight, but he uses the BKB before it actually activates, and they get the kill on the Disruptor as well.
Yep, so erase everything I said. I was talking about the turnaround, but they just got caught out, and yeah. We have to look actually at the buybacks, because if they don't have buybacks, this might be racks as well. And yes, there is no buyback whatsoever. Disruptor and Ember both being shot.
Oh, the stun onto KYT, but he gets Dafa before the Hoof Stomp actually comes out. The Chain Frost is there as well, but 3 illusions from the Chaos Knight, the Reality Rift, easy kill, and GG gets scored.
There's 4 down. It's really too bad, because I thought first departure's draft could work out, but now the single tier 1 is down. They get the pickoffs right before they know that Myth wants to go for a push. They lost all the outer tier towers. I don't know. It just didn't work out, especially the Mirana on the safe lane. It had no impact. We saw 2 good Moonlight Shadows, and I think maybe 1 or 2 arrows that actually hit the target. But apart from that, it just didn't work out. Anyway, guys, that's it. Myth wins with 2-0 over first departure. We're Heflatv. My name is Heflatv, and with me comes Coucher. If you like what you see, what you hear, just follow us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And we come again. The next game, you can see the schedule below the stream. It is... Help me out there.
Next versus Virtus Pro.
Yeah, it's next KC versus Virtus Pro. Also a very interesting game. See you there.